Alright, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy. And if you've been keeping up with the shenanigans on the channel lately, you know I pulled 3 brand new CTPs of Rage. And while I was trying to roll them up to get some decent rolls to try one out on Kamala Khan, I actually got one that wasn't really that good. And because we showed off Thane yesterday, many people were hitting me up saying, yo broski, how about we get some Dazzler gameplay to see how she rocks at level 70. So I decided, you know what, let me drop this Rage on her and see what we can do with her. Now let me say this, okay, before we go any further in the video. This is not a good idea, okay? Dazzler is a very good character, but most of what she offers come from her being a support character a la Nick Fury, White Fox, etc. Right? You should not be giving her a CTP of Rage. How well she's gonna do with it, I am not sure. We're gonna test her since I have it on her now, but if you want to give her a CTP, I think you should probably do what I'm gonna do once I gamble next week and get a couple of them, and that's actually give her a CTP of Insight, and that way she's gonna buff your mutant characters as much as possible, right? Because her tier 2 passive, you can see it gives you that 70% ignore dodge and that 65% extra damage to boss types, so GBR, world boss characters in Shadowland, and squad battle, plus any other content that we get in the future, which I'm sure we will get more boss types in the game. So yeah, long story short, I don't want to mislead anybody into thinking a CTP of Rage is something you should consider for Dazzler. Definitely not, but I put one on her because the stats, even though the crit rate is nice, she doesn't really need it because she has a crit rate buff right here. The dodge was really low and we did roll the 60% ignore boss defense, so I was like, yeah, let me see if I can use this for something in the meantime while I try to roll up the other ones and get them good enough to actually use long term. So just keep that in mind. Next week we're gonna do some gambling, get an insight, put it on her, and just basically transition her permanently into the support role alongside Nick Fury, Coulson, and all those other characters. Okay, so that being said, let's jump into some content. I've been messing around with her a little bit in World Boss. I want to see if I can ideally work up to maybe like a 75 against this guy with the Rage on her. But for now, I've been trying her out on 70. It looks possible. She can die very easily from just getting stabbed by Corvus and just bleeding out. So you have to keep that in mind if you do want to use her in World Boss as like a damage dealer. So that's also another reason why I guess the Rage would be good to give her more dodge to max out her survivability as much as you can, but nah, man, I think an Insight is what you should ideally go for. What I could do here is actually drop you, actually keep you. Is that what I want to do? I want to give her some crowd control, and I think Scarlet Witch would be a better idea, and then remove you for you. Yeah, we're gonna go like this. Actually, we don't need 2, we only need 1, so we'll go like this. I don't want to get extra defense down from Cap because actually it wouldn't really matter, right? Because yeah, we'll just go with Cap instead of Skull. All right, we're gonna rock like this. All right, so we're gonna start off here with double buffs. We're gonna go 5 from Nick Fury into the 3, go 5, then 3, we'll use 2, then her 5. We got the Rage off, and then we get a nice bit of damage to start us off here. I was hoping it would be enough to just push him right down to 5 bars. That's good. And then we have Scarlet coming in with the mind control to hopefully avoid that phase transition, which is pretty good. Thank you, Scarlet. Lovely. You have to be careful with this guy because the bleed is not something to be underestimated. We have a heal, but the heal is not going to be fast enough to recover from being stabbed in the throat by Corvus. Okay, I just want to get out of there. I'll just double back. Put the buff up. I did that backwards. Obviously, you always want to have the 3 up before you do the 5 because you get extra damage from all of her skills. Ooh, almost got clapped there. If I didn't put up the 5, we would have taken so much damage. Because as a blast type, she is quite fragile. It's unfortunate. Ooh, I was gonna say it's unfortunate that we had to do the 5 outside of the disco, but we still got extra damage because the buff was lingering. So what we're gonna do is just tag to Fury here, and then we're gonna start off with 5, then 3, then we'll do 2 to trigger the rage proc, and then 5 into 4. Ooh, this guy is blitzing everything. Nicholas doing what he does best. Okay, go buff. Go buff again. We'll use 2, then 5, then we'll go 4, and money. Beautiful. The crowd control from Scarlet Witch is absolutely immaculate. It's so good. Actually, let's do that again. I know you guys gonna be like, this is not that impressive from all these buffs and stuff. Triple support. Yeah, I know she's a support type, but hey man, it's what we got. It's what we got. We're just using the character to her strengths, okay? But like I said, don't put rage on her. Not that she, well, I don't think she deserves it over all the other characters that you could possibly give rage. It's just what it is. But she's not a bad pickup. Like, she's definitely one of the best characters in the X Gene subs right now. Like, if I had to rank them, she would definitely be one of the ones you get. Her and Namor. Her and Namor, and I guess Weapon X, but you can kind of get Weapon X for free from Dimension Mission. So, I can definitely see why they made her an X Gene sub character, because if you look at the X Gene sub, there's not much value there besides Namor. Once you get Namor, you never have to buy it again, because you can just eventually get Weapon X from Danger Room or from Dimension Mission, right? So you can expect, I'm gonna say it right now, and some of you guys are gonna get upset. You're gonna say I'm telling them to do it. No, I'm not telling them to do it. I'm just basically calling it how I see it, right? You can expect to get more mutants in the future that go in the X Gene sub, because if you look at the X Gene sub, there's not that much value there, unless they give all of those guys like Gambit, Juggernaut, and like Jubilee and stuff uniforms. Not that many people have reasons to buy them, right? Anyways, let's jump into some more content with her. Looking at that state 70, I think we could have gone up to 75, which is not that bad for a support type. I think if I ever gave White Fox, hold on. If I ever gave White Fox a CTP of Rage, she would cap out about the same. I might do a comparison like that. Just like max out all of the support characters with like CTPs of Rage and like max build, and see how high they could clear on their own. Maybe I wouldn't max out Coulson though. You know what I'm saying? Coulson be too OP, bro. Coulson be too OP. Especially if he ever gets a uniform. Coulson be too OP, bro. You imagine if Coulson got like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Not the one he has now, because the one he has now is kind of trash, but like, I'm not going to say what it is for people who don't watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and they plan to watch it. You'll never get a spoiler from me, but just know, Coulson is a god, okay? There's a reason why he's one of the best support units in the game. And he's free to play. But yeah, I think it would be an interesting video to let's max out all the support characters with like CTPs of Rage and like Gear 25 and max uniforms and stuff, just to see what they could do, right? Like if you were just like crazy enough to do it. I don't know. I might do it one day. One day. When I get to the point where my roster is where I want it to be, because believe it or not, my roster is still not where I want it to be. I'm still getting a good amount of, well, I was going to say a good amount of defense down, but it's actually going away quite quickly now. It's like only 1 second. But it's all we need. We just need to interrupt this clown's movements for a little bit. Oof. We might get clapped. The passive healing from the dome is so good. I honestly do think that if you're not gonna give her insight, you should not give her any other CTP besides rage, because that allows you to focus on just like enjoying playing the character. What am I doing? I should have brought in Fury so I could do like double buffs. Yeah, charge me. Let's go. Boom. Yep. There we go. Bam. And then we put it in the center of the map. Then we go to 2, then the 5, then the 4. Yeah, I feel like the rage is perfect because you get to go off with her and hold on. You get to use a lot of skills and you can fit them all in the rage part. That was so beautiful, like the placement of where I landed as soon as the 4th skill ended to make sure I didn't get guard broken at all. So good. I know some of you guys gonna be like, this is not that great. Okay, she's a support character, guys. Okay, she's a support character that I decided to build for damage. Just keep that in mind, okay? If you decide to build a support character for damage, they of course cannot be as good as a damage-based character. Like, think about it like this. If Dazzler, hold up. If Dazzler was as good as like Namor, right? I got killed. I was not paying attention there. Yeah, so she could definitely do this. But anyways, what I was gonna say right there is, if Dazzler was as good as Namor when you decided to build her for damage, what would the point be of building a character like Namor for damage, right? You would just build like a support character and then you would have damage and support from the same character, right? So you can never really expect a support character to be outshining a character whose main purpose is just to do massive amount of damage. So that's just something you need to keep in mind. Overall though, I do think she looks pretty nice, and I think I could probably go up to like a 65 against Call, which is actually not that bad. So I might invest a little bit further in her. I'm just basically holding on to my resources just a little bit to see how Bobby turns out, to be honest, because his uniform honestly doesn't look like it's gonna be that big of an upgrade. But then again, right, we have to keep in mind when my man right here, Victor, right, when he got his uniform, many people said it was trash, right, because he only got 1 skill change, right? But then that 1 skill change turned out to be so good that he's actually quite good now, and many people don't use him, but he's actually a beast. So I'm interested to see what's gonna happen for Bobby. The reason why I'm comparing like Sabretooth's uniform to Bobby's uniform is because both of these are Crystal Wall characters. I'm hoping that Bobby doesn't get the Emma Frost treatment, you feel me, where they basically milk us on multiple uniforms that barely do anything, right? We got both of these Emma Frost uniforms at Heroic, you know what I'm saying, and it's kind of a letdown. It's a bummer. I know some of you guys are still crossing your fingers, hoping and praying for Emma Frost uniform in this update or a tier 3 or something. Honestly, I'm good for now on Emma Frost uniforms. I've been let down 2 times before. I can't handle a 3rd time so soon. I know it's been almost a year since the Phoenix 5 update, right? So some of you guys are waiting for something else to make her Omega level. I'm good for now, honestly. I'm good for now. I'd rather them just work on other characters instead of giving me another bad Emma Frost uniform. Honestly, am I crazy? Am I crazy, guys? Should I just want the Emma Frost uniform just because she's not that good, or should I just be like, yeah, skip the Emma Frost uniforms so I can get uniforms for people like these that deserve it or need it, right? Rather than Emma Frost, who they're probably gonna milk us for more money and yeah, still let us down. Anyways, man, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Just wanted to do a quick Dazzler showcase. Apologies for dying there at the end, but I was distracted because I was just talking about other things. But either way, you guys get the message. She's a good support type that you can use as a damage dealer if you want to. Like, if you just love her that much, you can give her a rage. If you have a bad one laying around, I wouldn't give her one with like 30-30. Definitely not. If anything, you should give her one with like 17% crit rate and then like 30% dodge, because that's what she's lacking. Since she's a blast type, her dodge is not very high. So getting the extra dodge would not only help you stay alive. Probably if I had the dodge maxed out there, that spinning attack that killed me, I probably would have been able to dodge enough of it to escape that, and then we could have cleared. But either way, you guys saw where that was going. That 59 was pretty smooth, but it was a pretty OP team. But it is what it is. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.